Welcome to the Northridge neighborhood here in Louisville, Kentucky. Northridge is a lower class neighborhood that is home to 300 families. The average home here costs $100,000 to $200,000. Northridge is within walking distance to beautiful parks and just 10 minutes from downtown. Now we will meet three beautiful residents in the Northridge neighborhood.
What more can one man do? Ever since I was a young man, I only dreamed of having the greatest life. The largest houses, the cars, a beautiful wife, and all the luxuries that I deserve. I work harder than anyone, yet I'm still sitting at the bottom. And who likes to be at the bottom? Some may be satisfied, but I am rarely ever satisfied. I will only be happy when the woman I love and I move into a multi-million-dollar home in the Scrambled Egg neighborhood in New York, the big city. What other city is the epicenter for literally everything that our modern culture revolves around? It has the arts, the sports, the community, and the opportunities to do anything you put your mind to. There's nothing on this earth that I cannot do because I am the most hardworking, motivated worker to ever be on this side of the Atlantic. But to be honest, I don't have the results to prove it. I don't have the houses, the cars. I'm working on the wife, but there is one thing that I do have that puts me in front of all my competitors: my work ethic and ability to learn. I am not too big to take advice from anyone. Who is? One of the main things that I live by is that I'm always ready to learn from someone else. I don't know everything or how to do everything. There's one thing that separates the weak from the strong, and that the will to learn it from others is that thing. Mentors are necessary in a young man's rise to the top, because everyone needs guidance. And if you believe that you don't, well, that's a completely different issue. Watching my mother and father work vigorously throughout their entire lives and not be satisfied at all really had this effect on me. Everything wrong would only happen to them. They never took the blame for themselves. They never asked why I did something wrong. But God put all of us on this earth to make a mark in whatever we want to do. It doesn't matter. As long as we are contributors and not the people who are taking from society, then we are elite humans. As long as I am an elite human because I stay here scrapping for every last dime. I'm beginning to think that I might never find my niche. How hard is it for one person to find the one thing that's supposed to put them in front of the rest, to make all the money? I'm an elite human, but I still don't know where I'm supposed to go. How hard is it for one person to separate themselves from the pack? I can assure you that no one will surpass me. I will do everything in my power to get the life that I deserve. I don't care who I have to cross over to get there, or if the way that I get there is technically legal. I'm still going to get there. Is there such thing as bad success? No. Most people don't really care about how you get there. But once I'm there, I can promise you that they're going to respect the Buckminster name. There are a few ways that success does not require skill or money. Be present, be willing to learn, be patient, be willing to beat the next guy, and have a better work ethic. I want it more than anyone, and I know that for a fact. Isn't it kind of ridiculous, though? The fact that to be on top, you essentially have to destroy everyone in front of you. You with no survivors, they would try to get the spot at the top of the mountain. Right now, I'm not sure whose spot I'm coming for, but if I could tell them, I would, because the storm is coming.
Marcus comes from a dark background. It is hard for him to keep upbeat and happy. He's a young African American in a stereotypical ghetto community.
As you may know, I'm Marcus Lick. I've been living in this ghetto neighborhood my whole life. My mom, she works all day, support my family, leaves for work at 7 a.m. My sister and I get on the bus, and she gets back at 9 p.m. I definitely get my work ethic from not her and my father. Too bad I put my effort into the wrong things. At least that's what everyone says. My dad, on the other hand, he's been in jail since I was a toddler. Growing up my whole life with it like this, you could say the streets raised me. Even though my cousin's supposed to be looking after me, she just sits there watching TV, eating all the food. I wish I would get paid to do it like that. Come home from school, eat, go over my friends. We're constantly scheming about our next adventure. We've done it all. Robbery, selling drugs, vandalism, you name it. I'm not scared of getting in trouble. I'm invincible. Besides, nobody cares around here. The stuff we do goes on daily around here. If you're born into it, good luck getting out. It's a vicious cycle of crime and poverty passed on to the next generation. School to me Nah, not a priority. It's boring. Mom sends me to a private school across town where I have a few friends. I'm the only black kid there, but I demand respect from all students. If there's one thing my dad taught me before we went to the pen, stand up for yourself and don't let anybody push you around. I didn't let anybody push me around in the neighborhood, so I sure as hell wasn't going to be at this preppy white school. The work isn't hard, but I have no interest in doing it. Eventually, I'll most likely fail out, but I don't care, because I'm bringing in profit from drug money. I got a big brother, Damon, a little sister, Nikki. I look up to him. He lived the same path I'm on. Damon tried to warn me not to get in the game, but I can take care of myself. Both of us would protect Nikki with our lives. We may do illegal things, but we're a close-knit, loving family who look out for each other. As for my future, I expect big things. I know I can excel in anything I do. In my short time in this game, I've already mastered it. The game isn't easy either. Usually takes years for people to excel in it, whereas me, nah, only took me a couple months. Granted, I had a little training from my brother. The pops taught him all he knows, and then he passed those skills right to me. Some say I'm too young for this, but I'm flourishing. Why stop? When I'm not on the streets, I'm writing lyrics. One of the ways to get out of here becoming rich and famous is by becoming a big-time rapper. I could achieve that. It's easy for me to write every day because every day of my life there's always something happening, whether it be school, in the neighborhood, don't matter. Once I make it, the whole family eating good. I'll take care of my mama, siblings, and even my institutionalized father. Isn't that everyone's dream, though? When I talk about it, people pay not any attention to me. I know my potential. I know I'll be big time. When do I make it? When I do make it, all the people that ever doubted me or looked down on me when I was trying to find a way will be left behind. Because you and I both know the money and fame starts pouring and everyone will want to be my friend. Only the real ones will be taken in. Family is what matters to me. I would never betray them no matter what. Loyalty is also key where I'm from. If you ain't loyal, you'll get killed around here. I'm loyal to a fault where it could hurt me. Someday I'll get out of this place, but for now, this is me. Don't hate, you'll be the one stuck in the boring life when I'm doing big things.
Richard Thrasher is an 18-year-old senior in high school who has big dreams and plans on getting a job with plenty of freedom and one where he can have power and status. He plans on being very successful in life, relying on his popularity and creativity. Above all, he just wants to get away from his hometown and make it big.
Jeez, where the heck is he? If we don't leave soon, we're going to be late for the party. My friend Jack, he just doesn't get it. He thinks he's going to make it in life by studying and doing all this boring stuff instead of going to parties and socializing. I mean, I would drive myself, but I want to make sure that Jack puts himself out there. The only way I can make sure he goes is if he takes me. Plus, I don't really want to drive. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, you see, Jack just doesn't understand all this school stuff isn't going to help him in the future. Even if he's the smartest person in the world, he's not going to have any friends to help him out. I mean, take me for example. I have straight C's. I mean, it's not like I'm stupid or anything. I just don't try in school because I know it's not going to change anything. It doesn't matter because I have a lot of friends. Instead of worrying about my schoolwork, I try to go to as many social events as I can because that's what's gonna get you places in life. I just hated that Jack isn't gonna make it because he's not careful. I know I'm gonna do great things in my life. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I was playing football and I was just chucking 90-yard bombs down the field. I was catching them myself. I mean, no one could even stop me. I only wish I could have watched myself live. It would have been something special. Wait, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to do great things. I'm going to get out of this godforsaken town. I'm going to move somewhere where everything's going on. Maybe LA or Miami, New York. I don't know. I'm going to have a great wife, though. An amazing house. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my family, but I just want to see what it's like out there in the world. I'm not sure what I want to do yet either, though. Maybe I could be an architect. I could have the future of society just flowing through my head. I can make the world look like what I wanted it to. Ooh, maybe I could be a businessman. I could see myself walking up and down Wall Street in a suit. People in the business world would come to know my name. Now that's an idea. I'd be a great businessman. Heck, I could convince a rut that it was a groove. Was that him? No, that was just a group chat I'm in. God, this party looks like fun. Where the heck is Jack? Oh, I'm gonna call him. Hey, are you almost here? Wait, are you being serious? Come on, man, it's gonna be a blast. Okay, whatever, bro. I'll see you later. Man, that's frustrating. You see what I mean? He has like an inability to have fun. I don't understand it. He says he's studying for some tests or something. Sounds like a nerd if you ask me. You see, nerds like him are going to be just workers in the middle of society. It takes a creative mind and a well-liked person to make it to the top. Once you're there, you can just hire all those people who did good in school to work for you. Guess I better figure out how I'm getting to this party.
Now we meet up with Edward Buckminster, who lives in the Scrambled Egg neighborhood. As you can see, every house here is over $1 million and there's no car worth under $200,000. Mr. Buckminster is doing very well for himself.
I guess you can say I've done everything I can in life. Not only did I make millions, but I also checked off every box for a successful life. I have my house in Scrambled Egg, but I'm hardly ever here. I spend most of my time in Las Vegas and Miami for obvious reasons. I mean, the parties, the money, they tend to keep your mind off things. I've pretty much done everything that I've ever set out to do. I've climbed the corporate ladder. I took advantage of my opportunities. I originally made my money through working at Google. I climbed the corporate ladder there. But eventually I found myself on the ground floor of a brilliant billion-dollar company. Our company is Swifter. The original idea was basically Twitter, but with 70 characters instead of 140. Our motto is half the letters, half the time. The company blew up so much that we were basically able to make better versions of every social media site. We had Insta, Bam, Snap, and Chat. These were both out within the same year. We didn't create a new Facebook because we didn't see the point, because Facebook has been losing popularity for years. Sorry now, I have a big bet on this California Santa Barbara versus Northern Kentucky football national championship game. I don't really care if I lose. That's just the life of a high roller like me. When I'm in Vegas, I get my room comped as well as anything I want. Bottle service, free food, and the rest. I've clearly done very well for myself financially, and I've made my own way in this world. But I haven't really been that successful personally. Girls can come and go into my life, but they rarely stay past a couple of weeks. Run, run, run! Oh man, I just lost $250,000. That's not a big deal though, that's just another day in the life of a high roller. But back to the story. I never was able to really have a family or a real relationship. Most girls get tired of the party lifestyle. And also, most girls aren't worth leaving that lifestyle behind. There have been a few chances in my life to find love, but they never really work out. Even the girls that I thought were perfect really just were not. They could not handle the lifestyle that I have. That doesn't really matter. It's their loss, not mine. I mean, who wouldn't want to live like me? That's just crazy. One sec, man. I just gotta call my bookie real quick. Hey, man. I want to go double or nothing. I'm going with South Dakota in the points against Montana. All right, thanks, bro. Well, hopefully, I'll be able to find some way in the future to meet someone just like me. I'm a pretty cool guy, and I'm sure it'll happen soon. But I'll see you guys soon.
Now we meet up with Marcus Lick, who lives in a very wealthy country club neighborhood in Long Island. Marcus has changed his life tremendously.
Back when I was young, I would have never thought I would end up where I am today. All of the struggles I went through in the first 20 years of my life, and the odds of me having a successful life were very slim. Just look at this neighborhood. It is beautiful. The streets that I was living on early in my life were nothing compared to this. This is Hollywood compared to where I used to live. When I was a young boy, nothing was going my way. My father died in jail, and it was only my mother who had to care for my siblings and me. I lived in the ghetto that was filled with uneducated people, and their lives were dominated by poverty. It was filled with hard-nosed people who were involved with drugs and crime. I was one of those hard-nosed guys who did not care about school, and I was leaning towards the drug path and throwing away my life. I was not a good student, and I did not care what my grades were. All I wanted to do was get out of school and play football or basketball. Once I became comfortable with the streets, I became comfortable with the people and what they were doing. Guys in the streets were carrying guns and drugs to run their corner. Because I was presented with those drugs, I became involved with them. This infuriated my mother, and she sent me to military school, and this infuriated me. My first couple weeks